You're not just gonna win a finals because you think you wanna win a finals, bro. We would have belted. We had just been in the finals 4 years in a row. We smacking y'all. You just think it's that easy?
LeBron and Bosh got there.
We was in training camp in a military base. We were sleeping in cots and everything. We've had an incredible first week and a half of the Aramis launch of our fragrance called Intuition. I got a chance to sit with Bam at the Olympics. We were just talking about Asia as a hooper. Bam cracked me up when he was just like, man, my little award case. Debo come around with Tuck Man in. He was like, bro, I ain't got a chance. To be able to sit there and bring Melo into the hall and just sit there, incredible speech that he had. How many people get to watch someone that they can call a friend or a brother walk into the Hall of Fame? We're back here in the studio. B.O.B., we left in June after the playoffs.
Yep.
And went off and we talked about it on one of our episodes when D-Wright and Chris was in here, but we talked about what the summer was going to be like for us. And everybody went around and talked about those things. And so obviously we've kept in touch. We did a few shows along the way to just tap in, but all that time has went by and now we're back here in studio.
And it's a few days after a birthday, so it's still celebrating. Well, am I really? Not really, but it's still a month, so.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. How you feeling, like right now? Like, what in your mind, where your head is at?
I feel
right
43.
Now?
My body. Let me tell you something, man. I just got off the road, and I did a New York to Long Island to New York
right
to San Francisco, drive up to San Jose, drive back to San Francisco, fly to Seattle, fly to L. I did that in like a couple hours, right? Like a 72-hour span.
Whoa.
And so I realized I'm not that young whippersnapper. I don't bounce back like I used to.
I felt like you was probably doing one of your West Coast trips.
Bro, my body when I got back home, it was so different. I was like, I don't know how many more of these I got.
When you were young, did you used to want to like, you know, some people like to fly. I just want to fly. Like you see the plane, you like, I want to be on the plane. Were you one of those kids?
It wasn't a lot of planes came through Robbins, Illinois. I was just gonna be real with you. Only planes I saw was the ones we threw in the classroom.
All right. So
you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember your first plane trip then?
Yes. My first plane trip was in AAU.
Okay.
So I played for Illinois Warriors. Shout out to Illinois Warriors. Shout out to Coach Larry Butler. I've talked about him before. I definitely talked about him with Q Rich and D Miles on their show Knuckleheads. We talked about all of us played for Larry Butler. Right. We was all a part of the Illinois Warriors, system. They were a part of the farm system. I played 1 year. Yeah, bro, we were so broke that the coach came to the crib, was like, yo, Coach Butler came to my house, was like, hey, man, I want you to play on the IAU team. And I was like, Coach, my family can't afford these trips. You talking about planes, you talking about hotels, you talking about needing money while you're there to eat. We don't even have it in here.
to eat locally.
There's no way I'm going to my dad and I'm going to ask Pops to give me an extra whatever he ain't got.
Got it.
So I was like, no, I can't do that. And then he was like, no, we got it. So you have, it's covered in a sense. And so that was my 1 year playing AAU, man. And it was really, really cool, bro. I got a chance to play with some of the greatest players in my era. Darius Miles was my teammate. Yeah.
Darius was cold in AAU. Like those days, he went straight to high school. Came out of high school.
Bro, he was cold. You know what I mean? Like when you think about the game, you think about how the sayers or the naysayers have made the conversation only about a select few because these are the greats, right? And respectfully.
Right.
So the greats should stand out. Their jackets should be different.
Of course.
But there's so many players along the way that are just some bad boys. And Darius Miles was one of them that we all got to watch and experience his rise, through high school, doing what he was doing, man. It's just, it was so cool for me to be like, have a little courtside seat, you know what I mean? And me and Darius me and D Miles became really cool in that year. Like it was, you saw him, you saw me type of energy.
Nice.
And I got a chance to be up close in person to like a superstar. Had all the big brands, had the fanfare. I watched how he treated people. Not knowing that I was taking notes. I didn't think I would ever be in the same position, but he was a young star. You know, he signed autographs. You know, I mean, he had his mom was around, so how he handled his mom, how he handled what time he got on the bus. Like, he's a star. We all are good basketball players. But Darius Miles is the Illinois Warriors. That's why we packed out the gyms, right? So I got a chance to play with him at that time, and it was really cool. I just took a lot of notes, and he was amazing with the spotlight. Like I remember one recruiting call when everybody was calling the room we were at. Let's say we were in like San Diego. We was in a big tournament, and everybody got our number, and all the coaches were calling our room. And Michigan was one of the teams that called. And I always wanted to go to Michigan. That was like my dream school, right? Like Fab Five, of course.
Right, of course.
And so I remember him being on the phone with the recruiting staff for Michigan, and then he was like, I'm not even gonna think about going there unless y'all recruit Dwade. And they were like, oh, we love Dwade. We had a letter going out to him. Oh, type of energy. And that was really cool for me, as like, I wasn't the guy. You know what I mean? I was one of the guys playing with the guys. And so for me to get a chance to watch one of the guys handle, his moment of being in that spotlight the way that he was, and he handled it so gracefully. So shout out to D Miles for, he had no light. The spotlight wasn't on him. Like, he wasn't doing documentaries. It's not the social media era. But bro, he was up there, but he still was like right here.
And to share that with you, that's dope. That's dope of him, man.
And I think he shared that with all of us the same way. I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of my teammates that played. But I was little bro. I got a chance. I'm quiet. I'm gonna just roll with the punches. Like, I'm a dog on the court. You want to play with me? I get it. I'll pick a motherfucker up 94 feet for you. I throw you a lob. Like, I'm good to play with. Like, I've always made sure that my game translated to everyone. That was my goal when I was young. And so I knew how to play with stars. And so, got a chance to play with a star. That was my first star I ever played with. So I don't even know how we get there.
We were talking about, like, we were checking in, but then I was just talking about first time on the plane. I'm going to get to my check-in in a minute.
So my first time on the plane was traveling to an AAU tournament.
Right. Do you remember yourself on the plane? Like,
I was scared. But I sat at the window. So this was back in the day when you could take your bags all the way to the plane. You know how you run through the airport with your bags back in the day.
Right.
And we all carried them duffel joints, especially as hoopers with slides on. So we always running late to the plane. So we was running late. We check our bags at the door and we get on the plane. And I'm like on the plane and I'm just like this kid from, at the time, I was growing up south side of Chicago, 5901 South Prairie. And then now I moved to Robbins and I live with my dad. And so I've never really been anywhere. And I'm getting on this plane and I'm going on an AAU trip. And I can't believe it. And I'm nervous as hell. But I'm excited at the same time. It's like those butterflies in your stomach, that nerve excitement. And I remember sitting there looking out the window, looking at the clouds and everything. Like, this is crazy.
Do you remember there was any turbulence on that flight?
Huh?
Was there any turbulence on that flight?
I don't remember any. Like, I don't really have many, outside of the beginning of the flight, I don't have many more after that. Like, I just remember the plane taking off and what I felt in my stomach and how nervous my body felt. And then I felt the calm once the plane was just here.
Hey.
And so, like, I look at, I'm always about metaphors. And so, that's life. And we only calm when it's here.
Yep.
It's scary when it's taking off. And it's rocky when it's landing.
Man, so, I got that. Man. So I guess I'll do it now just before we get to the rest of the meet. But my check-in is...
Yeah, wait. So, talk what... You was in Miami this summer again? Did y'all spend time in Miami?
Yeah, spent time in Miami. Spent time in a few places. So Miami and then Orlando for my son's birthday. He loves doing Orlando for his birthday with his cousins and stuff. So, but I was just good to be home. We just be home in Miami and just kind of like do some work to the house there. And we just kind of like just being there. And it was cool because we were there for a month. Because usually we there for like 2 weeks. We were there for like a month. And Lisa's trying to get all the stuff like together in the house. And she's like, she always said we're not going to do a lot of work, but she does a lot of work still regardless. And I'm like, but it was just good to be back. I got a chance to be with my family, see my mom, see my sisters. My sister that was living up here, she moved down there so to be with my mom to help out. So it was just good just to kind of reset, you know what I'm saying? And it was interesting because you realize now where with your family, where as you get older, how much you have to take care of your family. If you choose to take that responsibility, right, and taking care of like the older as the family get older, like how do we do that?
Yeah,
like how do we do that? And that's been interesting, like an interesting trek for our family. But it's been cool. But outside of that, man, it's been my kids are just getting older. I think that's that. If I had to kind of quantify this whole summer for me, is growth, like the evolution of my children. And watching them just, because you got to change too, because now one plays volleyball, one's still playing soccer, but they just now still doing dance. Like all these things that are just happening. They get into middle school now together. And Bobby started in middle school last year, but now she's kind of in the school now.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like doing her thing, and AJ's going to middle school. We're like, all this change is happening.
So in the midst of all this change happening, especially a lot of change is going to happen in your kids' lives,
Facts.
right? We know that. As you go back to Miami, you spend that time there to connect with people. Do you feel your evolution and your change and your growth when you're back in Miami?
Yes.
What do you
One,
feel?
I can't take the heat.
Oh, that's right. That's crazy.
Bruh.
That humidity is...
When we landed in Miami, it was nighttime. And I was, my whole everything was wet. And I'm like, this is what they talk about. This is what they talk about, why people don't like coming to Miami. It's so hot. Like, I couldn't take it.
You got soggy draws right away. Right off the airplane, draws soggy.
So for me, I'm a full vested. It rain almost every other day.
Yeah.
You know, it don't rain. That's true. It don't rain in Southern California.
It never rains in Southern.
So you get all that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'll take this right off.
Hey, this is your world.
Yeah, it's my show.
Your world, squirrel.
I ain't coming. All right, we back.
But yeah, you see, now you feel like you're Miami now, right now, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know, bro. Listen, I never realized that when I was in Miami, and I'm sorry, don't let me hijack it. I never realized this when I was in Miami, but my skin is awful when I'm in Miami.
Really?
I have oily skin, and that humidity and that heat that tears me up.
Sweats you down.
I never, I was playing, so I've always thought it was from the sweat and from all that. But now since I retired, I go back. In 6 years, I know now like what that weather does for me. It also too, it swells up my body. I guess my body responds better in a drier climate.
Got it.
Whenever I go to somewhere that has high humidity, I get my hands and my body feel swollen. It's like, when you eat too much and you just full the whole time and you can't really get comfortable because you just really, it's like swollen like that. That's how I feel in the humidity and high humidity places. Now, when I was playing, I didn't know, I was in Miami since I was 21 years old. This was nothing that ever occurred to me. But now going back, it tears me up. Like I only could, it's like certain places I only could stay so many days before I'm feeling a certain way, which is crazy.
I get it, because when I go back, I get kind of like, I get to a funny place, and I'm like, yo, the humidity, I'm not there long enough for my body to get used to it. The rain that is raining all the time, the fact that it's raining all the time is just kind of just so shocking. I'm like, yo, it's raining. It gotta rain every day? Like every day though?
Yeah, clockwork.
But anyway, outside that, so that's my overall my check-in though. I got to go home for a little bit.
Okay,
it was nice. It was good. But then as we came towards the end of it, I'm not gonna lie, man. This was a good summer just to watch as a viewer for me, because I got to see. I was happy to see Chris come back home to play for the Clips.
Yeah, but
then also see Melo and know that he was going into the Hall of Fame, and then everything was coming around that.
Yeah, bro.
And that was cool. Like Hall of Fame. I know the last time we talked before Hall of Fame, and we talked about the moments about it every now and again, but just actually to experience that.
Yeah.
Because now you're a vet now. It's interesting because you were the first one to win a championship.
Well, they would just say I'm the oldest.
True.
Yeah,
but you still got to win it though.
Yeah.
You still got to win it though.
Well, I'm the first one to retire. I'm the first. Yeah, I'm the oldest. The oldest one always the first one to do something.
First one.
So I'm just, I've always been the oldest of the guys. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah, I'm the first one to do some things, not all the things, but I'm the first one to do some things. But yeah,
to watch that, what was that feel like for you?
Yeah, it's crazy. I did feel like that. Like I don't know, and it's like when you turn the corner and you walk into the Hall of Fame, like when you walk into the spaces of the basketball heaven, right, as we call it. You walk into the space of the greats of the game. Everybody in there got their own swag and whatever. Everyone's a Hall of Famer or about to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's true. And so everyone got their own energy with them, right? They got their own halo. And so it's really cool to walk into those spaces and feel that, you know what I mean, and experience that part of greatness. When every day you don't get to just be in a room of greatness. You don't. Just like people who've accomplished something that, you know, you read about. So just walking in there. So when I hit that corner, I felt that energy. And then and not to feel out of place. I don't feel I'm never in the space where I feel like the moment is too big or I feel out of place in any of these. I feel like I belong. And so it's just a feeling of being a Hall of Fame, like you belong. And that's the feeling of being like a vet because you like, oh, you know, I've experienced this before. You know, I am one of the guys.
Facts.
In a sense. And so it was really cool, bro. And I was telling people asked me about it and I was just sharing with them. I was like, here's a really, really cool thing about the Hall of Fame this year. The class that went in is the class that, like, is what I remember about my journey in basketball. Like, I remember Carmelo Anthony playing in college. I remember Sylvia Fowles getting drafted by Chicago Sky when I was in Chicago working out the court next to her at Attack. I remember Sue Bird at Connecticut, right? And we've had Olympic experiences together, 2004 and 08. You know, I remember Dwade getting drafted out of high school. And so, like, to be there and to see these, you know, these famers go in and to be like, oh, man, I've been a part of, this is my life of basketball. Like, outside of what my dad made me watch, right? This is what you grew up in and experienced, and these are the guys.
It's dope.
And so it was really, really cool. And then to be there and then the 2008, 11 of the guys come back. You know what I mean? Like, that was respect right there that everyone made it their point to be there, to represent the Redeemed team, to represent my brother who's not here, Cole, and just be able to share those moments together, bro. That was it takes you right back.
That was so
like
dope.
It took us right back. You know what I mean? Because like the lineup is pretty much the same. How you always have to like walk out. You walk out by number or you walk out by height or whatever it is, right? And so it was really, really cool to be on that stage with those guys and just have another moment. You know what I mean? Just to connect. And like I'm looking and I'm like, man, I played with Jason Kidd. I forgot that I played with Jason Kidd. Like, we talking about, you know, we talking about one of the greatest point guards ever.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, I played with Chris Paul. Like, I played with CP3. We talking
meaningful
about
games.
Yeah, we talking about, like, we all done some things together that has put us in rooms that only a few can stand in, right? And then I'm to my left, I'm like, I played with LeBron James. Like, we cold up there now. So I'm sitting there and I'm just looking at the whole thing and I'm just like, you know me, I'm in the moment, Bob. And I'm just sitting there looking at everybody because I've been on the stage before, so I'm not nervous. I'm taking everything in. And I'm like, man, look at us, man. Look at us. Like, we've taken care of the game.
Yes.
We did our part and it looked beautiful. And if you're an older guy who's there to welcome the next generation in, you should be proud of the generation that is coming into the Hall of Fame that's representing, you know, in the same spaces that you are. And that's all that we hope for when the next generation come in and it's their time, that they pay respect to the ones that come before them to understand that, you know, this position was held for you.
Right.
And we just want you to shine. And so it's that feeling right now in the Hall of Fame. So it was really, really cool, man. And then having my own individual experiences as well, getting a chance to present Carmelo into the Hall of Fame with Allen Iverson. Like, come on, bro. With AI, first of all, this is why I wear number 3. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me that I done went through being a kid and watching this guy, idolizing him, going through my career, and at the end of it all, oh, y'all feel like we same? You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Y'all feel like come on, Melo, this is cold.
That
you know
is
what
cool.
I mean? And so to be able to sit there and bring Melo into the hall and just sit there, incredible speech that he had.
Yes.
But to watch my brother go into the Hall of Fame, man, like, how many people get to watch someone that they can call a friend or a brother walk into the Hall of Fame and be that close to it? Yeah.
I get that.
That was special.
Not many get that.
Yeah.
And then you get Micky right after that too. You was working that night.
I was working. I was on the stage, baby. I ain't know it. I remember my first time I went. It was Chris Bosh Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And Charles Barkley was like, that's when I first learned that it had to be a Hall of Famer. Already, he or she has to be a Hall of Famer to present you into the Hall of Fame. I didn't know that because I was wondering, I'm like, why is Charles Barkley going up there for everybody? And they was like, well, they got to pick Hall of Famers. I was like, So, but I watched him like go in up and down. So when it was me, when I was headed back to the seat, and they was like, no, go back. I was like, I feel like Chuck. I feel like Chuck, man. So yeah, man, sitting there, I think, the moment when you were able to walk on stage with Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning, and
that's royalty.
The room goes quiet in those spaces when it comes to Miami. The Miami Heat lens is just us. When we're in the room, it's just us. People don't really fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real.
No, I get it.
They respect you and they love you. They don't really fuck with you. And so
I love that.
But not a golf. But now we all together.
Oh,
we all together. And the governor, the owner, is going into the Hall of Fame. Look how cold we are in this small period of time. Everybody want to talk about what is culture. That's what culture is. Culture has players, coaches, owners, trainers going into the Hall of Fame,
top to bottom.
So that was a humongous moment for the Miami Heat, and to be there to walk on stage and represent that moment for the Arison family, like it meant everything to all of us. Because Micky is a guy who stays in the back. The Arison family is people who stay in the back, in the sense of all that's been created in Miami. And that was the first time that we can all sit there and be proud to like see him stand in the front. And Micky had an incredible speech.
Yes.
I like he touched on important things. He made fun of certain things. You know what I mean? He was very intentional with his speech and the things he said. And it was delivered perfectly.
Yes.
And so it was cool, man. It was really cool to be there. And for a night to still feel like a part of the crew. And I'm out here. I'm away from everybody.
Yes.
So I don't feel like a part of the crew. But a night like that, being there with Pat and Zoe and Micky and UD and Nick, and it felt like good. It felt like old times again.
Yeah.
We had a moment where we were just able to just, to inspo and just be appreciative of everything that everyone has done for each other.
That's a great feeling, man.
So yeah, it was a great Hall of Fame, bro.
Oh man,
yeah.
I love it. But now we were still there, and now we officially got a chance. So we kind of dropped it on the show. Bottle to Smell Good. Now I'm calling you Mr. Smell Good. Now at this point, you took that title from me. And you dropped you did your Johnny Depp moment.
Listen, been trying to get that Johnny Depp moment for a long time. Been trying to get that Johnny Depp moment for a long time.
You came out there, faces all over the place, all the billboards on Wall Street.
Yeah,
it's major, man.
Yeah.
That's
how did you feel seeing it?
So it's funny because obviously I knew it was coming, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, yo, I know it's coming, but to actually see it up, right? Because it's not connected to obviously anything sports related. So I'm so connected to sports, and so I know the sports calendar.
Right.
So sports has a calendar, specifically basketball. So they're just randomly just walking on the street and you just see it. That's when I was like, oh shit. And it's interesting because you had the Versace campaign. So I know I've seen you do fashion, like high-end fashion.
You see me out of home. You see me out of home before.
I've seen it. But to be the face of a fragrance, that is boss. Not like I just made this fragrance in the back. You know what I'm saying? To see you up there for like a fragrance, mind you, because I'm in the fragrance is heavy.
Yeah.
And to be able to tell your own story, we went inside to the biggest fragrance houses or fragrance spaces, Bloomingdale's in the city.
Yeah. Like as soon as you walk in that joint,
bam!
As soon as you walk into Bloomingdale, bro, that was, it's so weird because in those moments, I think we dream of certain moments for ourselves. But in those moments, you have a picture of how you act in those moments. And then you get in it, you be like, I'm not acting nothing like I thought. You know what I'm saying? So it's really weird to experience, you know, the IRL of visions. You know what I mean? And so I was living it in real life, and it was really dope, bro. You know, it was like, I think some of it, you know, obviously is a testament to, you know, obviously longevity in this. I'm 43, so I've been in front of people's faces since I was 21 years old for the most part. I've been in a lot of campaigns. I've been in a lot of ad magazines and sold and chopped up all kind of different ways. You know what I mean? I've been sold, chopped up all kind of different ways, man.
So wait a but this is iconic. Because again, you think about it, dog. I don't want to say this is when this fragrance dropped. A lot of the other drops, because you've been a spokesman, like you said, for a lot. Like people still talk about the sidekick to this day.
One of the coldest.
That's what I'm saying.
One of the coldest.
You know, you was on that Iceman commercial, Gatorade. So you've done enough where you've been a part of just these major campaigns. But a legacy brand like Aramis, to now be able to be one of like them trying to get back out there like fresh, new, and innovative and bring you part of that. I ain't gonna lie, I saw it and I felt so proud for you, dog. Mind you, that was from the Madison Square Garden. I was doing my major walk in the city, and you all over the city. And this is in New York. And mind you, I know that's, and I didn't realize that same day when you posted it, because actually, when I posted it, I didn't know you posted it earlier because you was in New York. I mean, sorry, you was in New York?
Well, I was on my way to New York.
You was in LA.
But I was in transit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So once I saw you post, I had landed in New York. But I had posted already they sent me some stuff from New York and LA, so I had already posted some stuff, No, bro, it's and it was crazy. It's like when I was in my 20s, I really wanted a fragrance campaign. I mean, everybody around me know I talk about the things. I'm a firm believer in if I want something enough, like I have to put the onus not just on me. I got to put it out there into the ears of the people who are associated with me, so they can hold me accountable to it and hold themselves accountable to it if they're on my team, right? And so it's really cool to see like something that I really wanted so many years ago and I didn't get. And you kind of be like, damn, like, I guess they don't see me like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see myself, but I guess they don't see me. But to be able to, even going through this whole deal, it's been like 2 years, right, to get to this process of this launch. And when I first got on the call, when I first even got the call about Estee Lauder wanting me to be a part of this campaign, it was Lisa and I talking about how and why this even came up. And it was really cool to know that before I got into the campaign, it was a whole nother idea for the launch of Aramis. It was a whole different campaign.
Really?
And then once I had interaction and had FaceTime with some of the higher ups, they knew what they wanted for the campaign. And so what was really cool about this is they came to me with a plan, and with the plan to show me how they were going to take action and how, like, this is not nothing I needed to sell them. They sold it to us. And I remember getting on the first call with them, with the team. It was like, all right, about to pitch the campaign. And I'm always weary because I'm like, they ain't even talked to me yet.
Right.
How do they know what I want to do and how I want to present at 43 years old? Facts. Man, when I tell you they nailed it, Babe Ruth, Frank Thomas, Barry Bonds,
bang,
Mark, listen, they knocked it out the park. And so it was really, really cool to go through those 2 years. And just the whole introduction to the fragrance before even became the conversation of them sending me the little sample bottles and just try this out. And I let it sit around for a while. We weren't in this space. We were still in the other space.
That's right.
And so just to know the whole journey and then to walk into Bloomingdale's and see the campaign, the ad sitting right there with the cologne around it, I was like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I got some of it on right now.
Yeah.
I got some. I had to put some on. I said, you know what? I gotta go. So I gotta get.
Yeah, man. So everybody out there, man, to be tapping in, if fragrance is a part of your daily, routine of how you walk out the door, or however you do it. Sometimes I spray cologne before I go to bed.
Me too. I've been doing that lately.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Right.
And so we've had an incredible first week and a half of the Aramis launch of our fragrance called Intuition. Your boy is the face of Intuition. And it's cool because I already got a little Intuition, the next one on. Ooh. Because we already moving on to that. But it's really cool right now. I reached out to the team. I said, yo, so how we doing the first week? You know what I mean? I'm nosy. And they were like, and they gave me the numbers, and we're doing really, really good. And so it's really, really cool to be a part of an engine and a machine like Estee Lauder. With a fragrance that is really important to the heritage of the company and of the space. And so to know like it's something that my granddad used to wear back in the day, or his dad wore back in the day, whatever the case may be, and my father has experienced it and has some experiences with it, and now I can be the face of it. Like those moments are really, really cool.
Can't buy that, man.
No, you can't buy that. So, and my daughter's name has Aramis in it. I keep telling people like that is
divine, man.
It's crazy. Now I spelled it Air, A-I-R. I switched the spelling up, not A-R-A, because I'm a hooper.
Yeah.
You said.
I was thinking, because you're from the hood. Because you know how we.
That's what I'm about to say. You was about to say because I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, I was going to say from Chicago.
Bro, what you doing, bro? Don't do that.
No, but we do some crazy stuff. I've done some crazy stuff, so I get it. But that makes sense. Air, mess. I gotta love it. But I tell people this though, and this is for those who wonder, like, should I get into fragrances? You can get into whatever you want to get into. But I always say this: they might not remember how you look.
Yeah.
They might not remember what you say, but they will remember how you smell.
Yes, they will.
So take that to the bank.
Take that.
But now, did you see Bam? What Bam did this weekend? Or this a couple days ago? This weekend?
That was today.
That today? Shit. That was today.
He presented Asia with her 4th MVP. Bro, she cold. No, I remember I got a chance to sit with Bam at the Olympics. Right? We were in Paris and we both was there to watch our women's play. And we were sitting on the opposite side. I had some pizza, had a box of pizza on me, you know what I mean, eating, chilling. And we were just talking about Asia as a hooper. and we talked about future plans, hopefully one day, And Bam cracked me up when he was just like, man, my little award case. It's kind of like, like Debo come around with Tuck Man in. He was like, bro, I ain't got a chance. She's so cold. He was like, her awards is just, I just did like a high school award. Like one of them top high division schools that win and everything. Yes. She wins. Bro, she's a winner.
Yes.
And you cannot, whenever you see her win something, yes. You're never like, really? You're never that way when it comes to her because she is a dog. She gives everything. I mean, she's a perfect superstar. She's a perfect, obviously, she's 29 years old. So obviously she's on the track to be the GOAT of the game. The accolades is going to go and speak, but she has so much more work to do.
Yes.
So you let that GOAT conversation go until she's done playing the game. But what she's doing, she's setting the bar so extremely high for so many future young ladies, young women who's going to play this game with not just winning MVPs, not just winning championships. This is at each level we're talking about. But it's really, bro, it's the way she represents herself.
Yes,
that is incredible. She's a role model. I'm not saying she's trying to be one or not. She is. And if my daughter wants to be an athlete and wants to,
that's example.
She doing a camp, she doing anything, go to A1 because she got it and she's great. So, obviously, man, I love it. And so being able to see Bam be a part of that special moment for her, I know that means everything to them as they're very private and as they should be. But when we get the chance to see these public moments that they have together, we all love it.
I love it.
Right? And so what's this? Write a script, write a movie. They tried to write movies out of this script. This is bigger than Love and Basketball. Like, You know what I mean? Like, look what we talking about here.
What we talking about?
Write a movie about they. It's incredible.
It's
incredible.
Watching her and her game and just how she's been just so celebrated as she should be. And it's cool to see that. For me, it's funny just watching Bam let her shine. And not saying that he doesn't have to do anything, or that's how he handles himself, but it's more so
he's not jumping in the shine. He's not
he's not getting in the way. Yeah. He's not getting in the way.
Not getting in the way at all.
He's like, yo, that's like, let her shine.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, man. It's great
on both their ends.
Exactly.
Neither one of them are trying to steal from the other's light.
No.
They are both but in the midst of it, they're both shining from the other.
Yes.
Right? The other's light. And so it's like I said, bro, it's a Hooper's dream story.
Right, movies are made from this.
It's not putting no pressure on them. You know what I mean? Like they're still young and they have to figure it out day to day like we all do. But you know, they have vision, they have goals for themselves, both as obviously people and as athletes, and they're accomplishing those things in front of the world. And it's really, really cool how they handling it. So, man, shout out to A1, man. Shout out to A1. I mean, she is cold. I'm just glad I could just sit back and be like, when you get a chance to get a little older and people start talking about the new GOAT, and you be like, hold on. No, I see now. I watched.
Right.
I was there.
Right.
I'm watching. What we watching right now is the things we're going to talk about later, what she's doing. And it's incredible, bro.
Now, you know, your girl got Rookie of the Year too now.
Oh, Paige Bueckers.
Yes.
Man, you know I love Paige.
I know you do.
Of course.
She's had one awesome... you know how somebody went like from... It's been about a year...
From like the whole college and
from how much time is from when she won the chip to now?
Well, she won a chip about April.
You talking about this? These last 6-8 months it's been nice for her. Like you are winning.
Yeah. It ain't even been 6 months, really.
Right?
Yeah. You talking about somebody winning in life. She's winning in life right now in front of the whole world.
And think about the fact coming from where she came from. And all the adversity just starts off to now to be standing on business like that. Like she's up.
Man, you know what? I'm just a fan. I don't know Paige Bueckers.
Right, I get it.
Everybody, I'm just a real big fan, but like, she just looked cool to me, bro. Like, I want to be her friend. She just looked that kind of cool. But the way she passed it on to everything and everybody else makes her even cooler when she get the microphone, what she's saying, how she says it. You know what I mean? How she stands. She stand on business. Even in the hoop. I remember the clip that went viral where she was talking to Kelsey Plum about if I will put you right there on that block and I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna go over top of you on the shoulder, right? She was letting her know. She's letting her know you too small. And then they played each other in the playoffs, and she did exactly what she told us she was going to do. She put her little bitty self on that block, and she hit her with the boom, boom, fade, you too little. And I was like, so it was really cool because at the time, it was like, who is this little cocky rookie coming in telling Kelsey that I'll put your little bitty ass on that block? Let me show you.
Let me get this.
I'm going to put your ass on that block. Bro, she's so cold to me, bro. So, yeah. I mean, Rookie of the Year, I mean, it's just the beginning of her obviously pro career and all the awards that she's going to be up for. You know, just the way she played the game, it's seamless, it's effortless.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just can't wait to continue to watch the journey. Yeah. Right. Shout out to Paige, man.
This actually, I'm in love with this past WNBA season because now I also want to think about the fact last February for All-Star we had. Which I would have never thought. I'm just being real that a new expansion team, a new team coming into the league, and we had the coach on set to now make it to the playoffs.
Natalie came on and said, yeah, that was really cool.
Like the Valkyries are doing it.
Yeah, but you know what? Just go back to that moment at All-Star when Natalie came and sat on the couch. Did you feel the intensity in that?
Oh no.
Did you remember she was early?
Yes.
All right, let's go back.
Yes.
She was there before Chris. I mean, she was talking shit to Chris when he walked in because she was there before Chris.
Yep.
She was there early. That lets you know who and how a person is, right?
I knew that. Yeah,
she ain't getting paid for this interview. This is just a couple guys who just put something together. No one has heard of it.
Right.
She's early and she's in her city, which she's very important that weekend. You know what I mean? They obviously have announced everything. The season about to start. Like, this is excitement. She's there early for our podcast. So this shows you the leader right there, who they had. And obviously, you know, she talked about the players. She talked about the kind of players that she wanted on that roster, and that the ones that she will not have. That's why you have success. So, yeah,
you gotta love it. It sucks, unfortunately, that the team didn't think they was gonna make it that far, that they had to play their home game in San Jose.
Oh, yeah, because of the conflict. Damn. Hey, man, you know what? It was like everything was going good. You know, everything was going good. And then, damn, that's a little media blip right there. You know,
it is, yeah.
That's like, you know what I mean? It's like, see?
Part of the story.
Yeah, it's part of the story, man.
It's part of the story.
Yeah. But it's okay. I think, you know, from an expansion season, man, they did incredible what they've done for the WNBA. You know what I mean? Even from the way that business is looked at from a valuation standpoint. I think they were coming in evaluation, or it was something around like...
The what?
What they buying for? $350? I think the team was worth like $350. Yeah. Something like that. And
don't quote me on it, but yeah.
Yeah, like the highest valuation probably, right? Because when they come in, they have their own facility. Like they own practice gym, they own real estate, and all these things go into the valuation.
Right.
So, you know, they're coming in and they already setting a precedent in the WNBA going forward. And that's what you need for these, you know, for everybody to make the money they want to make, is everybody has to level up. Every side and aspect of the business of the WNBA, so we can see those big contracts that we get to see in other sports. And so it's really cool to see what they did, and they came right in, and they came in winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta love that.
Shout out to the ownership group, man. They know how to do it.
Yes, they do.
They know how to do it.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So now you gotta, I would say does the Hall of Fame work in the sense where is it like a voting thing, or is it just somebody?
I ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Got it. So would you feel like you have a say, not a say, but if you had an opinion?
I got an opinion. So let's rock. Shit. Well, I got an opinion, so let's go.
Because I'm gonna give it off, because you know, obviously June, we ain't had no basketball since June as far as American basketball. But they had like the Euros, the Euro League, and it was some good stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know, Luka was playing in it.
Boy, listen, Luka was looking like this over there, wasn't he? He played the Lakers looking like that. Luka went over there. Hey, boy, Luka look good. I saw him in a campaign and everything. I say, man, look at Luke.
He coming for it.
Modeling and shit.
He coming for it,
man. Listen, I love it. I can't wait to see what kind of season. I can't wait to see what kind of season he gonna have, bro.
He coming for it.
A man on a mission with all the talents he got. Let's go.
He coming,
Let's go. I get to do the game one. Your boy get to sit on the side and call it.
So, you're not only doing Laker games though, but you're doing that game. This first game one.
I'm doing game one in LA. Yeah, I get to sit there next to Kevin Harlan, Candace Parker, myself, Allie Clifton on the sideline, my brother UD back in studio. I don't know who's all going to be in studio with UD. I know obviously Taylor is the host back in studio, but I'm sure it would be, you know, Blake. It's prime. It'd probably be Blake. Hopefully it'd be Dirk. Hopefully that's the crew, you know, back in studio. But I'll be there. I'm going to be there to see Skinny Luka.
Skinny Luka.
Let's go. Man, let's go.
But now I will say this, as a viewer, as a consumer, it's a lot of channels. It's a lot of networks. I gotta watch. I gotta make sure I got my Peacock. I gotta make sure my YouTube. I gotta make sure all these. I got all of them. I have to make sure. It's a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about all that.
Well, listen, I don't know neither. One thing I know is this gonna be new for everybody.
It is.
Whether you are a casual fan and whether you have played in the NBA or playing in the NBA, we all are gonna have to figure this new thing out. But what we ain't gonna do, and what they ain't gonna do, is get a 11 bill back. So y'all get out all y'all feelings.
Get it out, okay.
Because y'all know where we live, all right? And keeping that 11 bill. So you better figure out a way to watch the game if you're a fan. Ain't nobody worry about your little feelings. You ain't sitting at home anyway.
True.
No one's sitting at home no more anyway. So now you can't be mad that you can't find the game when you want to find it. You can find it on the go.
Fine.
Somebody want to hear that. You got all the apps to stream. Y'all got all the things. Go get what you need to follow the game. That's it. If I was commissioner for a day, this is how I'd be talking.
So now, then let me ask you this, because I don't think y'all doing it on y'all network. Y'all network being Amazon. I heard
their network.
Oh, sorry.
I'm an employee. Don't y'all nothing. Yes.
On the network that you work for?
Yes, the network that I've signed a contract and I work for as an employee to talk about the game of basketball.
Okay. But I heard on some other networks, there's going to be some situations where some of the positions, like guys like you, are going to be in the huddle in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, at least to me, that sounds crazy. But as a former player, what do you feel about that?
Man, I don't care. It ain't affecting me.
Well, if you were playing, would that affect you?
No.
Interesting.
As long as you don't get to say nothing. Long as they don't get to say nothing, and also, too, long as what we say in that huddle, people understand that this ain't for everybody. All right, so it has to be a disclaimer. You know how at the end of the cigarettes, they say that the Surgeon General say you're going to die? It has to be, let everybody know to the young ears that's going to be listening, what's in that huddle is not all, it's not what the commercials look like.
Ooh.
All right, so if y'all going to open up, you're going to open up the teapot, motherfucker going to be screaming. So go ahead. But everybody just understand if you're going to be in the huddle and depending on, obviously, I don't know how it's going to go, how it's reported.
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean? We still have to protect the game.
Right.
And so as you give more access, you give a chance to not protect the game a little bit. And so hopefully the NBA, who's way smarter than me at understanding this, hopefully they figured out how to mute the screams.
You think it'd be like a time delay?
It'd be something.
Type delay?
Because I'm going off in the huddle.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you know, the heat where we throwing chairs.
Bro, that's why I'm like, yo, that's not family friendly. You ain't trying to watch that with
nobody.
the 8-year-old.
So, I mean, hey, you know, I want to know. I haven't done a lot of research on it, so I don't know exactly how it's going to be done, who's going to be in there. Who's going to be in there? Is it
sideline reporter.
Sideline reporter for the other network.
Right, for other networks, and there's going to be in the middle of the game, during the game, in the huddle. Okay. So basically snitching, like kind of like, yo, they saying this, like kind of like.
I mean, they
and I don't even know that's how it was supposed to be.
Okay, but they've pretty much already been that way. Okay, let's go back to the playoffs, the finals, whatever. Let's go back to some old visuals or some old games for us back in the day. If you go back and you look in those timeouts, you will see Craig Sager, you will see Lisa Salters, you will see them behind the bench looking into the huddle and then going and report. Well, Pat Riley talked about, you remember they come and report what comes. This is not nothing really new. They just now have made it an official title. They were right there anyway getting all the smoke.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's why the reporters know everything. They be right there all nosy. Yeah, y'all nosy. I'm trying to be nosy too. Don't even worry about it. I'm on the other side. I'm about to be.
Yeah, you part of the mafia now.
Yeah, you know what, man? And it's really cool. What I really love right now about, and I think I said it before, is the fact that, you know, players that you're familiar with, that you've watched, and, you know, a lot of men of your age and my age, et cetera, has watched. These are the players that are now talking about the game. And it's going to be really cool to hear all the voices from all the networks combined.
Forward to that.
And so if you don't have these multiple networks, then you're not able to get this many diverse, unique voices in the game of basketball. Everybody can't work for one network.
Right.
We all be making $5.15. So we got to spread out. So I'm going to need y'all to understand it's a lot of voices that want to talk about this game now.
There's enough basketball to play. There's enough basketball to do it with, though. So
it's 82 games.
Yes, so I'm okay with it. Like, you can spread it out. Like, the fact that, like, just as a fan, I don't even know how much he really going to do, because I know they put his name out there, but just the fact that Jordan might be on the telecast one day, I'm tuning in.
Me too.
Right, but I don't know how much he really going to do it. Everybody is. I don't know how much he really going to actually do it, because the fact that Jordan's notorious, he's never done it before. Like, he's not, you know, Jordan real private with his. So the fact that he's about to do this, I'm excited. I'm excited for all of it, though.
That's
honestly.
exactly why they made the announcement, for people
100%.
like you and I.
Exactly, because now I'm like, oh, he's going to now be part of the media.
The international game.
Right, so now, because the MVP, one of the MVPs for the finals.
Dennis Schroeder.
Mm-hmm. His career's been pretty documented. It's pretty dope. If you think about his whole
I heard them talking about him being a Hall of Famer
What do you feel? What are your thoughts on that? Imagine, I actually think it's pretty dope. Like the fact this whole trajectory, this whole everything, how not only now, mind you, because people got to also remember the fact that the Hall of Fame ain't just NBA Hall of Fame. It's basketball.
It's called the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. So he's had a hell of a basketball career. If you have a great basketball career, you should be considered to go into Hall of Fame. So yeah, I mean, when they start talking about it, I was like, this makes sense. It's not about, I mean, he's been in the NBA about 12 years now as well. He's had a long NBA career at the same time, and he's had success in the NBA as an NBA player. And he's had an incredible international career. Only few can dream to have an international career the way he's had it. And I got a chance, once again, man, to watch him up close and personal in the Olympics last year.
That's true.
He's a dog out there. He's a bad boy.
Yeah.
He's a dog. He's going to pick you up 94 feet. He going to harass you. He don't get tired. And he going to come down. He going to run every play on offense.
I love it, man.
And he's a dog. And you can count on him at the end of games. He can know how to get fouled. He can make big free throws. And he can make the big shot. He will take it. He want it. Yes. Put that man in the hall because he's that good of a basketball player. So it's really cool to be able to experience, a player that's journey to that Hall of Fame route is different than what we in America assume it's supposed to be.
True.
Right? There's so many different ways to the Basketball Hall of Fame. And so we just saw one with Micky Arison as an owner of a team get into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Yes, Dennis Schroeder deserves to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Is there anybody else that you could think of that's on the fringe?
I don't know about all that, but I do think Melo should get in the Hall of Fame as an international player.
Ooh. But
I think he's had I think his international career is Hall of Fame worthy.
So almost like two parts.
Yeah. Why not? It ain't the NBA career. He's won 4 gold medals.
Yes.
He was the all-time leading scorer in Olympic history.
Yes.
So forth and so on. He should go into the Hall of Fame again. International Melo should be going into the Hall.
That'd be 3 jackets.
Yeah. Well, you only get 1 jacket. I found that out. All right. Everybody out there, Hall of Fame, you get 1 jacket. And 1 jacket. So the second night, I wear my 1 jacket. The night before.
Oh, so you ain't wearing the jacket twice?
No, I don't really get down like that. That's not my brand. Everybody who know me know that ain't my brand.
That's not your brand.
So I don't get 2 jackets. I don't know. This is my first time in the Hall of Fame. Now I know. You only get 1 jacket. So, but I ain't wearing it every day. I ain't ever gonna do that. Man, I gotta put I got fits. Let my fits live. Now everybody know me. They know you ain't gonna just do his thing. But no, I'm not wearing that 2 days in a row. I ate dinner and everything in that jacket later. What? Smelling like last night? No, sir. Not on Hall of Fame day.
Nah, but I heard that. But Chris and Bron got a jacket, but I heard they go get another jacket too, though. And that must bring back that.
Who told you they gonna get another jacket? Did you just make that up?
No, I feel like somebody told me that.
Listen, I don't know. All I know is I was told
you only get 1.
You had to bring your jacket, and I was like,
"That is come on. I can't give you another one. Like, come on."
That's what I'm saying. Come on, Hall of Fame.
Come on,
your boy had 2 of them up.
Like, because don't you in the inside put stuff in the inside?
I didn't put nothing in the inside of my jacket. I saw a lot of people this year had a lot of like a collage of their careers or their family. My family they've been getting enough. I was like, nah, this is my jacket. You know what I mean? Some moments are for you. All right, the speech I'm gonna talk about y'all and all that too, but like this, they want everything. Every space. They want to, boy, listen. So no, I ain't do that. But yeah, you can do all that. But so I thought you get another jacket if you make Hall of Fame or another ring. I don't know. I didn't get nothing.
I respect that.
But I was on stage.
But a lot.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? I guess I'm in Hall of Fame 2 times. I ain't really feel the difference, but I guess it happened.
I would say, first off, shout out to your Bears today. For those who don't know, we got a fantasy team, man. We're winning right now.
We winning?
We're winning. My record is it's 2. Well, it's going to be 2-1 after today, after this week.
Oh, so we tied for first.
Nah, it's 12 people in this league, and it's a lot of. And so we're like 6. 6 or 7. Like, it's a lot of people in this league. But after this game, we'll be 2-1. We got a pretty good team. So shout out to the Bears. But I also wanted to just think about the fact that that when you played, the people come at you with their fantasy numbers, like tell you like,
no. That wasn't a part of my.
So nobody ever stepped to you.
It started happening probably towards like.
Towards there.
It wasn't my era. It wasn't all gambling, and I mean, like fantasy was big, but like, I hit all the fantasy numbers at that time when fantasy was big. I was good, and then once I wasn't good anymore, I'm sure they stopped betting on me like that. So yeah, I ain't never really getting no smoke. Yeah,
I get it.
But so we beat the Cowboys. Shout out to the Bears, first win of the season. In the Ben Johnson era, welcome. It's gonna be a ride. So we won. We beat the Cowboys. So I started watching the Cowboys documentary, America's team.
You did a great job.
I'm only a few episodes in, but let me tell you about that first episode. Listen, there's a lot of things that people say about Jerry Jones, and I'm not here to dispute none of it because I don't know the man. But when you watch somebody come from like build something like that and just do it their way and just have the galls and the balls and the steam just to just power through and say, I'm going to do it no matter what y'all say. Because this is my dream. This is what I want to do. Bro, it was incredible. Like I was pumped. I started getting chills watching it.
Bruh, I watched it from a different perspective, although the story is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
You'll see it as you get deeper into it. Visually, the way they shot that.
Yeah, I'm noticing that now. Yeah,
like I was on the plane. And I saw it, and I looked over, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" And I kept just looking because it just kept catching my attention. I'm like, "Yo, that looks." Without no words, I don't hear anything. It looks really good. Like it looks really good.
It's shot like a superhero.
Yes.
Film like a Batman it's shot so like a I don't know, it got like a comic book Batman superhero.
I know exactly, and the thing is I know what you mean because so you call it a hero shot. So they hero shots for all the people that's there. You could tell whoever DP'd that, and I know I'm getting a little into the weeds a little bit about like the visuals. They put their thought into that, like because when it looks it looks like a hero,
yeah,
like a superhero. It looks like really like it looked big as Texas, basically.
Yeah, bro, it's done very well.
So I'm with you on that. 100.
I can't wait. I'm slowly watching it because like when something it's sports, baby, and you know what I mean. And you talking about the Cowboys, and so I know it's gonna give me some of the. It's gonna touch on some stories that I thought I knew something about, which I had no idea really about. He's going to introduce me to something that I didn't know anything about.
Yep.
And so I'm watching it slow. I'm digesting it real slow.
I can't wait to hear you get deep into it. It's dope. Lisa got me into it. Lisa was like, "Have you seen this Cowboys documentary?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm chill. I'm not gonna watch it." And I'm watching it on. I'm like seeing it on. I'm like, "Yo, this is good. Like this looks really." Like I'm like sitting up the TV past my bedtime watching it. So I feel you. I feel you on that. So now. Are you ready for the season coming up? I know we just started in June, but now media day about to pull up. And everybody's coming back to training camp. Like for you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, like the beginning of next week.
Yeah. What is media day like then for those who don't know?
I mean, taking a lot of photos, reading a lot of prompter, doing a lot of things just for the Jumbotron. So, all the things you see in timeouts, halftime,
the business.
The business side of it. You got to do a lot of those things on media day when you got to talk to the crowd in the fourth quarter. Let's go. Everybody stand up. You got to do all that on media day. You got to do a lot of interviews on media day. Every media outlet that want to cover you seem like they there. So think about, you got some years where it's just the local beat guys, and then some years where you're national. And you got every national team every national TV audience, writers, networks, all in there. And so it's filled with days of all of that. It's filled with like interviews of like things that they use, like the Heat will use, and like Inside the Heat or Black History Month. All these reads, like it's hours of one room to the next room to the next room, Hey, go in there and do this little dance. Hey, go in there and sit and have this conversation. Hey, this is gonna be Spanish radio. You gotta have this. You like, okay, translator. Like, so when I first got there, I was just like, you know what I mean? Just going through all this stuff, and you just doing whatever you can with the vocabulary that you have.
Yeah. But your vocabulary gets short because that is like a lesson in media that, if you think about it, most people ain't ever gonna ever get.
Yes, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, are people doing mock media days or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can we? That's what they should be doing, mock media days, so you can see how to go through a media day. Like,
yo, that is a great idea.
Yeah, it actually is. It's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we're gonna
mock media days. Yeah, for athletes.
That's coming.
Yeah, you kind of need to know how to go through media day, because once you become a vet, then you know how to do media day, right? So yeah, it's a long day of just doing a lot of things that has nothing to do with actually playing. Like, it's when you're taking all your photos, you know what I mean? But you ain't really getting a chance to actually play basketball. So it's the last thing you got to do like that before the next day you open up practice. And so, yeah, it's a long day. So you gotta pay the bills. Media day is to pay the bills. That's a short term.
Do you have a memorable training camp that you can go back to? Like, and I'm gonna go back and let me just take you to the point where I want to take you to. Let me just do that. That first year with the Heat, when after LeBron and Bosh got there, y'all went to the military base.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was awful.
What?
It was awful.
Damn,
did you hear what you just said? We was in training camp in the military base.
Oh, you didn't have all the luxuries.
There were no luxuries.
So
we was sleeping in cots and everything. Man, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Bro. We was they had us in such a militant mindset, bro.
I love it.
Like Major Payne type. Like, we were in, bro, it was crazy. Like, we had to like sleep and eat at certain times, and we wouldn't have like you had whatever food that was prepared. Like, you had to really, they was really getting us in a respect. We were respecting the space that we was taking up in life at that point. It was like, because I couldn't wait to get back to Miami. No, it wasn't good, but it was a great training camp from a mentality standpoint of like locking in and not knowing that we was about to become, you know, the bad boys, and not the Detroit Pistons bad boys, but the boo boys of the NBA, and everybody's about to boo us, and we was gonna be becoming disliked.
They dancing in like y'all.
Yeah, we became the boo boys, and so everybody booed us, and we were disliked, and so the military kind of put us in the mindset of it's us against y'all anyway. So let's go, you know what I mean? And that's why we ended up making it to the finals. We had a good year. We made it all the way to the finals. We had a chance to win. But yeah, that military situation was crazy.
So I guess I glamorized it as a person that was sitting in my nice bed at home watching y'all telling me, oh, I heard they was in the military base.
What about military is glamorous? How you glamorize military? Now, you can glamorize when we were in Boca Raton or when we went to the Puerto Rico. You cannot. It's the military.
Yo,
we own base, bro.
You know what? When you say it like that,
ain't no cold tubs, ain't no hot tubs, ain't no saunas, ain't no steam rooms. You got what you got.
No luxuries, huh? No luxuries.
None.
But
you got what you got.
How was
each other? That's all you got. My brothers.
Wait, I heard the practices were just.
They were Miami Heat practices. They were really competitive. And we had that level of talent. So it's really competitive because the level of talent, now you got a dude in there that we ain't seen nothing like this before. First of all, you already had me in there. You ain't seen nothing like this before. Now you bring another dude in. None of us have seen nothing like this. And then none of us, like, we knew how good CB was, but just seeing it up close in person, it was even better. It was so smooth. He was just so quietly good. You was like, dang, he nice. So it was like, yeah, and then like everybody was hooping, and that was a Patrick Beverly training camp.
Pat was there.
That was a Patrick Beverly training camp where we all thought Patrick Beverly was gonna make the team, and he didn't. He talk about it. Y'all can pull it up. Patrick talk about that. We all thought he was gonna make the team, and he didn't make it. And we were out, of course, sad, man, because like it was a dog. We had another dog on the team. But also, too, you know, at the time, I'm sure he wasn't a shooter. You know what I mean? The numbers, D-Wade, LeBron, can't have my point guard not being a knockdown shooter. But he definitely should have made our team from the output and what he was doing. It just probably wasn't the right team when you look at all those things. But yeah, bro, that shit sucked.
Okay.
Yeah, but we were locked in. We was competing.
I know.
We was competing.
The little visuals that you would see every now and again that squeak out, I was like, yo.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like, yo, I was like, poof.
It was crazy. And Spo, you know, never put me and Brown on the same team. Of course. But he matched everybody up versus each other. Like, he knew the matchups in practice to get everybody going. And so we built that. You know what I mean? That he was like, all right, you two are the best in the league. Y'all gonna have to go against each other. And then I was like, this dude is too big for me. I cannot guard this dude. You guard LeBron. I'm 6'4", bro. That dude was too. You can't do nothing with him.
And not to go on no other comments, how hard is it? And you've talked about it with the access cards. You talked about it with the type of games you have to win during the finals. But for those, I want you to put it in words, because as we coming up to the season, we're in the middle of the finals or the playoffs for the WNBA, and you got obviously the basketball season about to start up again.
Yeah.
How hard is it
to what?
To get to the mountaintop?
It's really hard to explain it how hard it is, because on the outer we just look at what we can see: talent, roster names, positions, coaches. Like, we looked at all the parts and said, oh yeah, of course, Phil Jackson's supposed to win a championship with Michael and Scottie. What? It's easy for us to say that now. But he actually had to execute that. And what it takes to execute that, only they will know. Because what you and I talk about is, we like to all now talk about our strengths.
Right.
All of us are way better than we were when we were playing, right? You see this. I mean, even me. I'm bad now. Now I'm a bad boy. I wasn't talking that shit when I was hooping. But we like to talk about we only talk about the positives in our game and the strengths. We don't talk about the weaknesses. And so when you plan on the championship team, it's not about the strengths of what everybody is talking about. It's about the weaknesses of the team and how you cover those up for each other, where people don't even talk about them. It's learning how to win that way and how to trust each other that way in your weaknesses. So it's easy for everybody to be like, oh, I had talent, you had talent, we're going to win a championship. It don't work like that. What's your weakness, bro? Because if your weakness is my weakness, then that's not good. So for me, and for us, I think in my route to winning championships, it was the weaknesses that got covered up by other talents that allowed for us to win those championships. My weakness as a guy who did not know how to score 40 points in the finals and also to be able to guard the other guy that's running all the plays. So enter Gary Payton, enter James Posey, enter these other guys are not me. When it comes to guarding the other guys, like Gary Payton, 37 years old, checking in the game, not even lathered up yet, and he's like, D, I got him. You go over there. He's covering up a weakness of mine because he know I got to get some rest somewhere, and so I'm gonna take a rest on my man, which is going. And so to me, while we won, it was the weaknesses that was covered up from everybody to allow for our strengths to be the only thing that people talk about. But that's not where you win. You don't win in just your strengths. That's the easy part. So it's hard for that to really make sense to someone if they never have been in that situation, because if you had the team, if you had the talent, it was the reason you ain't in that situation then.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with your individual talent. And I think people get that confused with, oh, he's a better, I said this before, it doesn't make someone better because you have more championships or more individual accolades. It doesn't make you a better basketball player. It's what someone likes. It's what style they like. It's where the goalposts stand on this day. That's what makes the numbers go where they go. And so, it takes for everybody to look at their individual career and really, really talk about what it is they really wanted out of their career and if they actually got those things. Mm. And so for me, like, I wanted to win championships. I didn't care how I ended up doing it. I just wanted to figure out a way to win. And that was more important to me than ever wanting to be on any top of anything. I've never been on the top of no list of that's not something I'm shooting for. I've never been that way. So I wanted to see how it felt to be a winner, how to be a champion. And so I had to learn all these things that people who are not champions do not understand about winning championships. Like I had to, my guy Rudy Gay, shout out to Rudy Gay, love Rudy. Rudy said some bullshit.
What'd he say?
Rudy said that in 2013 that they would have beat us if they would have met us in the finals. I think that's the year that he goes. I think he said he ended up getting traded. Anyway,
was that the year y'all beat San Antonio? Was that the year y'all beat?
Yes, yeah, we beat San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so maybe they beat us in the regular season. I don't remember. So I DM it to Rudy. Hey, Rudy, this must be an AI generated quote. Cause it ain't nowhere in hell you said this. So he hit me back. And he like, yeah, I said it, you gotta have confidence.
Yeah, I said it.
I said, boy, belt to ass. So left it at that. Then I seen him at Melo at the after party. I said, hey, man, what's wrong with you? You're not just gonna win the finals because you think you want to win the finals, bro. We would have belted. We had just been in the finals 4 years in a row. We smacking y'all. You don't know how to win in the finals, bro. You just think it's that easy?
Right.
Like people really think it's that easy. And that's the thing with me when it comes to winning. It's like, yo, stop. No. It's not for everybody. And it has nothing to do with your individual talent and how great you are. Everything has to go right.
Everything. You're right.
For you to win. Like every break gotta go your way. And so, man, stop that. I told Rudy, I said, but we're going to work together on Amazon Prime. We'll talk about it in the studio. That's what I told him. I said, we'll talk about this in the studio because you lost your damn mind. Who y'all beating? Put our roster versus their roster, man. Just put that shit up. I can't believe this shit. Rudy, I hit him. I said, it must be AI generated. There's no way you believe that.
Whew.
How you?
I love it.
Bro, that was crazy. So anyway, ended the song out called Delusional. There's some delusion going on when it comes to that. But in the midst of that, like I always say, like, we all some bad boys in our own right. 100%. And we all have 100%. Individual players who, not all of us, only a select few, but some of us have players who we look at and be like, oh, from a talent standpoint, yeah, he was, that's the way, if I could draw up the way I wanted to play, I'd play like him too. Well, you had that ability to look that cold doing those things and be that height and be that athleticism and all these things that certain guys get. So you make best with what you have. And so from someone like myself, I'm sitting here 6'4", 215. I made the best of what I had. And so like
I said I did pretty good with it.
Yeah, I wanted to win. And so I wanted to see how that felt. And that shit was hard. Shit is way harder than stress. It's a lot of stress and depression in winning. It's a lot of dark hours in winning, everybody. Everybody see the parades. That's not what winning is. Winning ain't just the parades, everybody. You got to go through that darkness before you get to that light. So if you never won before, you don't understand what that darkness is like. Be down 0-2 in the finals and then come and talk to me about shame and pain. Yeah, that's darkness right there, down 0-2. Yeah, go do that. Man. I can't talk to everybody, though.
I love it.
You can't.
I love it.
You can't.
But you're right,
yeah.
though.
Like, I ain't never got one to score 30,000 points. That was never my route. But, like I said, I've always played with guys and other guys, and I've learned how to win, through my way. And then the NBA, I finally got a chance to win at the highest level. In the Olympics, I won at the highest levels. And so it's just about learning the roles and what's needed of not only just you, but of everybody to win. And that's why everybody can't win, because everybody can't do that.
Everybody can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't know how we got on it, but winning.
No, but I wanted to just know about winning. I forgot how I got there, but I'm glad we got there.
Yeah, I hate when the people say winning is hard. It's too many words. There's too many words out here for hard to be what y'all use about winning. That word is, it's a lazy word.
It's lazy.
I mean, maybe I go to chat and be like, chat, give me an enormous word for winning. And maybe he may come up with something. Hard, that's nothing. People be like, oh, can you open this? It's too hard. You gonna put winning in the same category as open up a bottle of water? Then that's how people talk about winning. That's why if you won before, you can walk in any locker room in any sports in America. You can tell them if they have a championship locker room because you know what it looks like and what it feels like. It doesn't all look the same, but there's some commonality in there, some common ground when it comes to a motherfucker who can win. So
I got respect on.
Yeah, man. Can you open this? It's too hard. Y'all better get out of here.
I'm gonna end on this. We're supposed to be going to Pebble Beach this week.
Yes, sir. Going to Pebble Beach.
What for?
So, you and I did the 1 year anniversary last year, and I went back for my 1 year of hitting my hole in one, Pebble Beach, hole 7 for everybody who are new to my success. It's successes. Hole in one at Pebble Beach, so I'm feeling myself.
I got it. Hey.
And no, but just getting the opportunity to make this something that's a part of my golf journey. And so I'm trying to figure out my own space in all parts of my life. But golf is a part of my lifestyle, and it's a part of my lifestyle that I really enjoy, and that I know that I want to dedicate more time to and give more time to it. But just like everything else I do, I'm trying to find that the other compartment of it, man, the charitable compartment. How do you get back in it as well, right? And so, because I've hit the hole in one, because I have amazing relationships and have access to certain places, because I have a golf brand called Ace with my partner D-Wright, I decided to put it all together. My access, my story, and the brand. And we're doing an Ace Cup. And so it's a premium. This is going to be one of my premium events for my golf brand. And we all will be competing for a cup, which is called the Ace Cup. It'll be teams. I hand selected 12 golfers. In my first inaugural year, these 12 golfers are just golfers who I've golfed with along my journey to golf in my 6 years in golfing. Some that's not is about the same level as me, some that's a lot better than me, and some that's a little worse than me. But guys that I individually, personally know. And so just inviting 12 guys to be in my Ace Cup is going to be like kind of a version of the Ryder Cup when you talk about the rules in a sense, but in our own way that we can do it with our games and our handicaps. But it's going to be really cool, man. And it's just us building community and just doing cool things in the golf space. And so, like I said, because I have access to do it and I have the story to do it, and then I have partners who are willing to be a part of it as well. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So this weekend, year 2 from my hole in one, I'll be back at Pebble, looking to create some different kind of magic this time. I'm trying to win the Ace Cup. It'll be Team Wade versus Team Wright, and Team Wade, we're trying to win.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just. I remember you told me about it. You was really excited about it.
Yeah, so I don't get excited about a lot of things.
You don't. So I was happy to be. I'm happy to be a part of it. So I'm happy to I'm looking forward to capturing it and making sure we tell this story in a beautiful way because we're gonna make some magic. So
yeah, man, golf is really just starting for our eyeballs and our culture.
Right.
And so, you want to find your way in and how, for me, I've been in it for a while now. I'm just trying to find my footing into the space.
Right.
And, I finally have a vision of like how I want to do it. And so this is like activation 2, I would say. We D-Wright did something last year. Our Basel was like activation 1. And this is activation 2. But this is cool. This is a cool part of it. And I'm gonna do this once a year in different places that I have access to. And it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a cool experience. And so Ace Cup, Pebble Beach.
I love it, baby. I love it. So close us out, man.
Man, it was good catching up, bro.
Yes,
it was good catching up.
Yes, sir.
I had an incredible summer. Sound like you did as well.
Same.
But I think what's important is to move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And so we've moved on, and we back. We back, and we're not in the full flow, but we back in like what this flow is right now.
Yep.
And so the flow is right now is continue to take a time out and catch up. So we caught up. I talked a little shit. Hope everybody enjoyed that.
I know I did.
Bob, can you open this? It's too hard. Fuck out of here.
This guy. Cheers.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Yeah, man, people be tripping.